The outline of the Christian hell, from symbolism to institutionalized fear. Throughout the development of Christian thought, the idea of hell was gradually structured from symbols inherited from earlier traditions, gaining increasingly defined contours. The so-called outline of Christian hell did not emerge as a clear and objective revelation, but as a progressive construction shaped by the moral, social, and pedagogical needs of its time. Initially, these images served an educational purpose. At a time when psychological knowledge was non-existent and science had not yet provided rational explanations about consciousness, fear was used as a tool for moral restraint. Suffering after death was presented as eternal punishment to ensure obedience and discipline, especially in strongly hierarchical societies. Over time, these symbolic representations have been interpreted literally. Hell came to be described as a real place, with endless physical punishments applied definitively. This interpretation ended up having a profound emotional impact, creating a relationship between spirituality and fear, more based on threat than on understanding moral laws. Spiritism proposes a lucid reinterpretation of this process. It shows that the error lies not in the notion of spiritual responsibility, but in the idea of eternal and external punishment. Human consciousness, according to this view, is the true space where suffering or peace manifests. The so-called Christian hell represents inner states of conflict, guilt, and remorse, not a fate imposed by a higher authority. Modern depth psychology reinforces this understanding by demonstrating that the most intense suffering arises from unresolved internal conflict. Guilt, regret, and resistance to change produce real pain, regardless of external factors. A scenario of punishment is not necessary for consciousness to experience suffering. It is enough for there to be a misalignment between actions and values. Contemporary science also contributes to this revision. Classical physics shows that the laws of nature are coherent and proportional, without arbitrary punishments. Astronomy reveals a universe governed by order and continuity, not by fixed moral spaces. This knowledge weakens the idea of a physical and eternal hell, reinforcing the notion of evolutionary processes of consciousness. Thus, the outline of the Christian hell should be understood as a historical stage of human thought, useful in its context, but limited by its time. Spiritism does not deny the moral value of these narratives, but clarifies them, freeing spirituality from fear and inviting human beings to conscious responsibility and inner transformation. When understanding replaces fear, evolution becomes natural. Good ceases to be practiced out of fear of punishment and begins to be lived through understanding, empathy, and coherence with the laws of life. If this content helped you reflect on the evolution of religious ideas and the role of consciousness, like, share, and leave your comment. Your participation helps this message reach more people.